spewing across the floor. So the next part can be treated as combat or as a skill check. So what do you want to do?
Somewhere we hear a roar in the night, and we obviously realize we're in the wrong bar.
Yeah.
He's probably just gonna try to do like a skill check or way to freedom, I guess.
Okay, yeah, so what happens is as soon as someone shouts bar fight, Oreadr just runs into the fray like a complete idiot, and you see him just like get like thrown across the room. So now you have to go across the room to like pull him out.
Yeah. So Keyanthi sees this just like, oh, forget it. At this point, she's tried so hard to avoid the situation. And right now, it's just like, So, I don't know. Keyanthi's just gonna try and like avoid the fray and be like, alright, let's just see what happens here. I guess.
So you feel Eravan grab your hand, and then he takes you over to this overturned table that's been overturned, so you can avoid getting hit in the meantime by the flying mugs and chairs.
Thank you.
And then
Alright. Okay. And alright, well, I just have a quip.
Yes.
So I figure, like, once Keyanti's there behind the table with Eravan, just be like, well, I wish I knew my brother well enough to say that I expected this, but also I expected this.
And you just see Eravan look up and he's like, yeah, it checks out. This is pretty on point for him.
She's just like shaking her head, you know, like pressure points. Just, let's figure this out.
Well, I suppose we should go get him. As he kind of like peers around the table, and he points over to where Oreadr is, and he's kind of just like splayed across this couch in the far corner. So the two of you need to go to the other side. So we're gonna roll the dice and see what happens.
Alright. Am I rolling with a specific modifier or I'm just rolling a d20?
Roll a d10.
D10.
What do you think?
Okay.
3. Okay, so
The chaos here just sounds like the drum roll from Seven Deadly Sins from the Flogging Molly. That's just like, that's the amount of chaos. It's like the drum roll in that song.
It's that song. Thank you for reminding me of it. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Also, Drunken Lullabies is really great for like just drums in general. Like, love that stuff. So good.
drums are great.
Find ourselves in the same old mess.
So you and Eravan nod at each other and begin to go across the, I don't know what
Oh no, another tavern brawl.
Yeah, this is microphone.
Starts with the bar, goes
Okay, just put it back. Yeah, on the towel. So you got a 3. Okay, you're passing through this sea of people, and you wind up next to this very excited bard who looks at everyone in this frenzy. He pulls out this big bag of bagpipes, and then he just lets it wail right behind you. So make a con check to
Somewhere in this village, Kiara doesn't know why, but she feels disappointed, like she's missing something really important. She loves Fight Club. Do you know how much?
Eravan got a 3, so he's just like,
I got a nat 1.
yeah, the two of you just like have your heads like buzzing, like kind of like that cartoon when they just clash hand symbols over their head. It's like that.
Yeah, all dazed.
Your coloration is like going outside of your outline right now.
Yeah.
Roll the dice again. Roll the d10.
Alright, 9.
9. Okay.
9.
Oh yeah. So the two of you stagger forward, still like ringing in the ears, and through your blurred vision, you see what you think is the barkeep. I mean, he has like that. You see him like take out the classic. You see him like doing the classic like clean the bottle. I mean, clean the cup, put it away, and he puts the cup away, pulls out a cudgel, And he comes out and says, "Who started this?" And he looks at you and says, "Did you start this, Blondie?" And so make a persuasion check at disadvantage because you have this huge ringing in your ears.
And I'm not hearing anything. I love it just like do. Getting a roll. Alright, persuasion at disadvantage. One was a nat 20, so that's not happening.
Oh. Come on, second nat 20.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Alright, I rolled an 8.
Okay, so we'll see.
20.
I would hope so, but
Are you sure it's not advantage? I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, so what do you say to him?
Oh no.
okay. No, I was there, but it wasn't me. She's just like, loud to overcarry her voice, but.
And he eyes you.
I was there.
And he eyes you and he says, "You look just like that elf guy." And then he goes and
No, I have hair.
I have hair. We'll see if Eravan
No,
does.
I got hair. My eyes are different, I promise.
Eravan does worse because he just steps forward and says, "Sir," and then just trips on the floor. Just goes straight down. And
Graceless mongrel.
yeah. So you feel the bartender grab you by the hand and say "You better what are you gonna do to make this are you gonna pay for the damages what do you do at this point? Do you wanna escape his grip or escape?
This is your time. Try and cry on command.
Far to where we were staying previously. What is the likelihood I'm gonna run into this bar and this man again?
This is where Oreadr is staying.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no, he sleeps in a doghouse now.
It's not a clean break. Okay. Well, is there still chaos around us, right?
Yeah, there's still chaos going around. So roll another d10. We're just gonna keep this ball rolling.
Yeah, let's do that. Because otherwise, I don't know. I'm stuck. 6. I got 3, I got 9, and I got 6 right now. Some weird rule of threes is happening here.
Okay.
Come on, 15! Come on!
So it's at this moment that from the side door, these huge direwolves, about 3 of them, come just busting through the side door, and they actually pummel into the bar keep, and they start just barking and being loud and disruptive, and as you can hear the drunken rangers whistling for their dogs to come to the fight, and the dogs are just they see the big boar and being roasted on the spit, and they're just very excited, and now you have a bunch of dire wolves as Eravan is trying to roll out of the way.
Oh, distraction. Perfect.
He is stuck. He's stuck in this pack of dire wolves, and you just see him curl up in this ball, and
You should wild shape into something to escape, honestly.
Okay, yeah, and shout that to him, and he's "Oh yeah," it's just, so you see him wild shape into basically a snake, and he goes and just comes out the other side. So
Alright, am I stuck here too with these wolves?
just make a dexterity check to get around him.
Alright.
Backflip your way to victory.
Yeah.
Backflip.
So
Got 16.
Eravan just... Is Keyanthi okay with snakes?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. He kind of... We'll say that you just reach down and pick him up and just kind of put him over your... And just drape him over you like a scarf. And then you go and just... you know how you can just do a wall run over the wall? You just kind of
Yes.
get up onto the table and wall run over the wolves and land.
Yes.
And then Eravan comes off of you and shifts back, and So roll another one. Another D10.
Another D10?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. 8! We have broken the 3 rule. 8.
Okay.
Iron Forest.
So it's at this point.
By the way,
Yeah.
sorry, quick question. Last time, did I get inspiration? I'm just trying to remember. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Got it, okay. I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. Okay, thank you. Continue.
So you come onto the other side of the direwolves, and in the middle of this chaos, you see a well-weathered patron who sits quietly and goes about just drinking his drink, sips it. You see him kind of look around casually and duck here or there as projectiles swing around, and he just kind of like just goes about his day and like flips through basically the newspaper or whatever.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Oh dear. I'd be looking at something. Whoa. I perceive all. I got a 22.
Yeah. So you look around and you can see a clear path to get towards ordering, and you just go around this guy.
Good.
Roll another d10.
Oh dear. I got another 8. What does that mean?
Okay, we'll just go to 7. So
Don't laugh, Tiffany! Don't laugh at me!
so you
chose this misfortune I didn't roll for.
the path you saw was actually like going under tables. So you're on the floor crawling around. You kind of like wipe your hand as it touches probably like spilled ale or
Honestly, I feel like Eravan should have just stayed a snake on top of me.
Yeah, and he's like under the table and he says, I probably should have stayed a snake. It's just probably would have been easier.
Probably. It's just like crawling.
And you come across
So your brother might have a good
this
point.
like
Turn to a horse, run.
Yes.
you come across this busboy who's literally a boy, like, and back then they had kids working at your ages. He's like 10, and you just see him like under the table. He has a platter in front of him, wide-eyed, and he makes eye contact with you, and then you see him point as this. So we'll say you guys get through to the other side of the table and stand up. And then you see the little boy, and he points behind you. So you turn and look, and the one of the like chandeliers or candelabras that lights up the tavern comes like swinging down as one of the patrons like gleefully like strung at the end, just like and it just kind of crashes down onto the table, and you see it. Like actually like catch on fire a little bit, and Eravan just kind of like takes a towel and spots it out.
Respect.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
We're not home. We're at a tavern.
Yeah.
Only one option.
Okay, and
Go big or go home, and I'm all out of home.
yeah. So next up, there are these two brawlers who are like in a scramble on the floor. These two beefy people. They're both like really big ladies who are just like thick, and they're just punching each other. And then one of them.
I'm like betting on which one I think will win. No,
For a moment, Keyanthi forgets herself because she's really into it.
No, that would be Ellie.
She's like, yes, go, yes.
And
Actually,
like
you see Ellie hanging from the chandelier this a little higher. Yeah, keep fighting.
Yeah.
So what happens is one of them like picks up the other and throws her, and then she lands, and the floorboards act as a catapult and launch you into the air.
Oh my god, so
And we'll see how well Eravan fares with that.
Oh dear.
Okay, so
Well, shapes into a canary.
he get to get above a 10 and he got a 10. So he also launches into the air with you, and the two of you just fly up to like and you see the second story, and you see this half elf with a violin, and she goes, yeah, fights, I love fights, buy this duck. You feel a strange kindred spiritness to her as you then land. So make a dex save to land.
Yay! I love cameos. Alright. Good lord, that was bad! Hold on, acrobatics, let's do this. That was really bad roll. I was obviously just stunned by this kindred spirit there.
Oh yeah.
I rolled a total of 9.
Oh, okay. So, like, so what happened?
What happened was that there's a slow motion moment where like you reach the apex of your flight upward and you thought, you know, we could all be reading a book right now.
So what happens is...
What happened was that there's a slow motion moment where like you reach the apex of your flight upward and you thought, you know, we could all be reading a book right now.
I just had to go on a walk. So what happens is the second chandelier is cut loose and goes flying through the air and then hits both you and Eravan and you go careening into... Go careening and land behind the bar. You guys will take a little bit of damage. You guys take like 4 points of damage just from like...
Okay.
And
Insult to injury damage.
But it's at this point where you stand up and you're like, wow, okay. And luckily, you look to your left and Oreadr is just there on the couch. So you made it to Oreadr. So we'll say like the two of you go over to Oreadr. And Eravan says, you get one side, you get the other?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
just like rush out of there.
Yeah, you take one arm, he takes the other, the two of you kind of just sneak out of there during the chaos. And it's at this point we'll go to Ellie.
Alright,
Okay.
you survived.
Somewhere Ellie's probably contemplating, my friends are probably having a really peaceful night.
So peaceful.
All the time.
So peaceful.
So happy.
So Ellie, you are feeling like a little restless.
Yeah.
Your friends are kind of all out, and you're at the Arnold estate. You walk around and you gonna just peer into rooms. You see that there's a sparring room, lots of like just various weapons, and you can see that there's basically a dance studio for Luna.
Mm-hmm.
And you go around and
Yeah, I would probably like trace my hand along like the. I would imagine there's like a railing, like since it's like a. Imagine Luna doing like ballet up against it.
and you see this door that's always been closed.
I'm gonna open it.
Alright, you open it, it's not... You like look around, you like just are you sneaky about it? You look around and you're like
Yeah, I do like a once over, just because like it's like the town is pretty lively right now with like the partying and just making sure nobody's watching.
okay, do a perception check.
Wow. I rolled a 9. All right, I think it looks good.
So, you don't see anything around, just have, the family dog Dozer gets up, and, he sees you, and he comes over, and, as you're opening the door, you,
Yeah, I lean into the dog to Dozer, and I'm just like, don't tell anyone.
he says, tell them what?
Exactly. And I open it.
And you open it. So, in the inside, it's, basically you see a lot of family portraits along with, basically incense and a prayer bowl and some parchment and ink. Make a religion check.
Oh, that's not That's 15.
So,
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
you were raised by humans, so you're somewhat familiar with their religion of ancestor worship, and you come inside and look around, and you can see, you know that what the parchment is for is what they'll do is you write down the name of the ancestor that you're gonna pray to and ask for help. And then you write down like the thing you're gonna do to try to accomplish that thing. Like if you want to become like a great artist or something, you know, you'll appeal to an ancestor that you think would have insight on that, and then you write like, I'm going to do 10 drawings a day, and then you kind of roll that up and put it in the prayer bowl and burn it, and then offer your prayer as that's burning. And the act of burning the scroll basically like sanctifies the action that you're going to do, and it basically invites the ancestor to help. And
Okay. And so, like, basically, it's like a kind of like a journal or like a tome that has a bunch of pages, or is it just like a scroll, or?
so there's it's like a notepad, but it's blank. You can tell like people take out the paper and write in it, and then you look at the prayer bowl. You can see that there's burnt paper in it.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rip out a piece of paper from it. I'm going to leave the Arnold estate and just kind of find a secluded corner, just like in the woods.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily. I mean, there are woods everywhere. So yeah, it's fine. You see some bats and animals.
Yeah, and I just find comfort in the silence of the night. I take the paper. I take whatever utensil I can find, and I'm like, I know this is probably not how to do it, but I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And I write into it. I write Bree's name, and then I with like a little bit of druid craft, I make just like kind of like little like sparks, just to kind of set it ablaze. And
I don't think Druidcraft does that, but sure.
That's sure.
We'll let this happen.
It could like snuff out. I think it could ignite stuff out of flame. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you. It's easy enough to say you just have Elendriel steal.
Oh yeah. I'll do that then. Yeah. I would think back to my parents and whenever they worshipped, and how I would just like watch from the corner and like just observe. And so I basically just kind of set some rocks around. I set the letter ablaze, and I just try to pray in the same way that my parents would, and close my eyes and try to feel something as I go. Bree, I know we're not of blood. We barely knew each other. But sorry for all that's happened. Now I'll never get a chance to apologize to you. I hope you'll be able to go on and help your next ancestors. And I just, after praying, I just sit there and just watch the smoldering flame.
watch the flames smolder and the your little spirit friends come out and huddle around you.
Yeah. And I look towards my spirit friends and I'm like, why are people so hard?
Ooh. Just like you just did get the intent that they're like. There's just like a hesitance on their end. You're like, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
The bruh, I have no idea.
Yeah. And I kind of cross my legs. Well, I kind of like sit up, put my face into my knees. And I'm just like, things were a whole lot easier when it was just us.
You get the feeling that they're like, kind of a little sad that you said that. And it's at this point that you can hear footsteps behind you.
Alright, I turn around.
Turn around, and you see Lena's mom, Jade.
Oh, hi.
And then she comes and sits by you. And, you know, she's basically your druid teacher, so you know her pretty well. And she looks at you and she says, "It looks like you're having a hard time." Yeah, and then she just opens her arms to hug you. Do you accept the hug?
Yeah, I accept that hug.
Yeah. And in a very motherly way, she strokes your leaves, your hair, hair leaves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've grown up a lot.
You think so? I think I'm the same height.
Well, if you ask me, the true indicator of his experience or age would be how someone's eyes look. And then she looks at your eyes and says, "Your eyes have a lot more determination than they did. Used to be very timid."
I don't feel determined. I feel unsure.
Well, it's natural to be unsure. It's living. What are you unsure about?
I just don't know how to feel. Someone's dead because of my fault, and it was my friend that killed her. And I'm mad and sad and angry and torn.
Well, if you don't know which emotion to pick, then just experience all of them. I think you need to process the emotions before you really know how to feel. And then, she looks at you and says, "Why do you feel guilty?"
Because Luna's my friend. And I feel like I should be mad at her and should take out all of my anger, but I also... And I look kind of shy at the ground. But I also love her too. She's one of my closest friends.
Do you feel, and so you feel that by being angry at her, you're betraying your love for her?
I guess so.
She just says, well, love is a complicated emotion. It's not that you're always happy with someone. It's that you're willing to be with them and support them no matter what they do.
But they did something bad. Shouldn't... I don't know.
And just that being not that person.
Well, no.
And so...
I know it wasn't her fault. She was cursed. But why am I still mad?
She leans back and kind of looks at the stars and says, well, it's pretty unfair. It's unfair that someone innocent and was caught up in the middle of these unfortunate circumstances. Being angry at that is like being angry at something like the wind, being the wind, or the forest fire burning things, or lightning striking where it does. Some things are just beyond our control.
Yeah, I guess death just happens.
Well, death is natural. It's part of life. And then she gestures around you and says, all around us is part of life and death. Nature's own laws that way. You know, people die, they return to the earth, and give new life to it. And I think it's like, I think, yeah, and druids believe that people can reincarnate as like anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like a person, a plant, a elemental spirit, an animal, and so they, and when anything dies, new life is given.
Yeah, and I look at the my little spirit friends that have just been slowly drifting around. I guess that's true.
And she points at Umdir and says, well, this one's new. Where did this one come from?
Oh gosh.
You...
Forgive me, it's been so long. Wasn't this back at the tower?
This, I think it was actually like before the tower. You guys had basically like freed trapped spirits in a cave, and
Right.
Umdir was born from the hope that you gave to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you explain that.
Yeah, I relay that, and yeah, and then when they were freed, the Umdir appeared.
And she says, so could you say that from the death of their fear was born hope?
Yeah. So I guess through Bree's death, there brings forth new life. We just don't know what it is yet.
That's what I like to think. And then she kind of, she squeezes you close. She's almost like she's like an aunt or almost just a second mom to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she says, oh gosh, I forgot what she was gonna say. Oh yeah. I think you need to allow yourself time to process these emotions. And she kind of nods slowly, as I think we all do. I know that lawfully Mark and I should hold Luna accountable. But she's my daughter, and I don't want her to have to. I don't want her to. She says, I don't want my baby to go to jail. I don't know what they would do to her.
Wait, she's gonna go to jail?
Well, hopefully we'll be able to figure out a way to appeal to the court system of the kingdom. With Mark in our corner, with a pretty good chance of, well, his idea is to appeal to the court and have Luna do service unto the country, given that she has gifts of magic, and it would be a waste to just have her sit in jail. And so, in that being, she would become a vassal of the kingdom, so essentially a knight in servitude to, like, pay off her debt to society. And, basically, and so, but, we'll deal with that when it comes back to us. I think Luna will have to eventually face that, as...
Well, me and my friends can help out too, right? Like, we can...
Of course.
We'll be able to go to the trial?
Yeah, we can probably do witness accounts, and we can appeal to the court of saying that Jade was cursed. Technically, we could register it under basically because magic is an actual thing in this world. There's a thing called cursed crimes, where it's examined and the basically give a lesser sentence because they really could not choose otherwise. They did not. It's kind of like it's almost like pleading insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Momentary insanity plea, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, were I able to call upon my typical faculties, I would not have done this thing. I would not have caused quite a scurry.
Yeah.
In a hurry.
And are you okay with ending this scene for now?
Yep.
Alright, we will go back to Kiara and Lucius.
Howdy.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.